Hello and welcome to what is Premier League predictions. I know, not the table. Woo! Premier League
predictions. Are you that excited?
Well, I'm always excited because we have such fantastic people that join in the podcast for this one, and they always look forward to seeing you, don't they? What week is it? And what week is it?
Is it 34?
It's week 34. We're on to week 34, and in this show, of course, we're going to be looking over the results of week 33. So, of course, do you think Team Dave won, or was it again Team Emma absolutely destroying Dave again? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And we're going to be looking ahead to week 34. We're coming towards the end of the season. Isn't it great being a Wolves fan and having no stress?
Yeah, we're going to be like not wanting the season to finish. We had all that crap at the beginning.
I'm starting to get used to like this winning malarkey. It's like this is how Man City fans must have felt like in the last 4 years. I hope we can do that again next year. And also, we've got Emma's Question Corner, where we've got people that have wrote in, emailed in.
You mean you had to think, or what shall I ask?
No, we've got.
You probably haven't even prepared anything. You're probably just going to roll something random out.
I've got questions. Anything for Premier League, anything Wolves, or anything personal. I've got a few questions that have been emailed in. Sorry, we're not live, but we're out recording, out and about today. We're on an outside broadcast. So it means that we ain't doing this live, but hopefully you'll enjoy it anyway. So let's get stuck into last week then. I mean, you've been absolutely, I mean, you know, it's been pain with the odd little token 1 point win.
For you?
For me. But not this week, folks.
I can't believe it.
Ole.
Well done.
Hold on, you're going to shake my hand yet. Can't wait for this. I've got to show you guys. Let's have a look. Boom! You can shake my hand now. Go, Dazzling Dave. Do.
It's going to happen at some point.
Listen, if you listen to them on the podcast, I have absolutely
whopped.
Battered. Use that word. You said battered. I've battered her for it's only taken like until week 34 to do it, but she scored. Emma scored 6 points, bringing her total up to a very, very good 223. To my 15 points, it's a 9-point destruction. That brings me up.
You got 3 bang on right. That's why
I've got 3 bang on right. Everton 0, City 2, West Ham 1, Southampton 1. And Manchester City again, 2 Man City games. Last minute winner over Villa last night, 2-1. And I also got I only got 3 wrong in the entire thing in terms of the score, in terms of the outcome.
The win, lose, draw.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wrong. People will say, Emma, because you're safe and you're pretty home and homes, are you on the beach? Have you got your flip-flops on?
I don't know. Some of them are hard to predict because I think not everyone's got something to play for now.
Oh, is that your excuse? Is that what it is? Listen, are you on the beach? Are you already thinking about your summer jollies?
Okay, yeah.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did I absolutely batter you?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Let's get our cups of tea.
Are we going to clink?
Clink. There we go. We got
with wine in mind.
I've got me always Wolves, always Wolves lucky duck muck.
No, yeah. I just said there's wine in mind, but there really isn't. It's 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, as we record this, it is early because we're going to listen. That does mean that Emma is 18 weeks to 11, so it is a comprehensive. But I think my target now, it's a bit like Southampton in it. They want to get to 12 points. I want to get to 200 points. Go
for it. I take it you put a lot of thought into this week, so.
I did it about 5 minutes before I sat down here to do it with you. But, Anyway, let's move on to, of course, this week's games. So it's a Wednesday night match. April the 23rd,
tonight.
which is as this goes out, it's
It'll be
happening.
happening,
It'll be
yeah.
happening. So it's Arsenal, the Gunners. Are they going to shoot down them Eagles of Palace?
Well, Arsenal got a few games in a short space of time, so there might be a few changes, but they've got a decent squad to cope with that. So I've gone for them to comfortably beat Palace 2-0.
Well, obviously we haven't got people in the chat, but I'm sure you'll list all your scores down in the comment section below. I've gone one better because I have thought this through. Palace have got the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend.
Yes, they have.
Which they're gonna be really focused on.
Which, if they win and get through to the final, will affect our match with them.
I know. I'm going to Palace anyway.
It could be moved to blinking midweek.
I know. I'm going to Palace anyway. It's a nightmare. Anyway, I've gone for an Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0. That brings us on to Saturday. It's Chelsea against Everton. What are you thinking on that one?
Well, I think Chelsea will want this more than Everton, and I think they're at home. They came from behind to beat Fulham. So I'm confident that they're going to win. So I've gone with a 2-0.
Yeah, I think this is a big game for Chelsea because in their campaign, their chase for Champions League, they have got some tough matches coming up, Chelsea. And I think this is a must-win for them against Everton. Although Everton have been quite resilient, they have dropped off a little bit since they got out of it. And of course, we want them to lose. No disrespect, Everton fans, because if Wolves can win again, we could get an extra £2.5 million a place. So the higher we finish. So I've gone with Chelsea 2, Everton 1.
Not a lot of difference.
Not a lot.
You've given Everton a goal.
I'll give it Everton a go. Yeah, they've got a goal in them, Everton. They've got a goal in them. And they,
Well, you are the expert looking at this.
Well, I'll tell you what I am. I'm looking forward to going away to Everton next year to their new stadium. Be amazing if we drew them away first match of the season in their new stadium, wouldn't it?
We've played them first match of the season before, haven't we? When our first year in the Premier League.
Yeah, that Neves equaliser from the free kick.
First year in the Premier League.
The first game at Molineux, Neves equaliser from the free kick. I remember that. We were like, that was a great day. That was the start of the the continuation of the first golden era. Well, we've had golden eras in the 50s, but we had that Nuno golden era. I'm hoping we're at the start of the
golden era in our lifetime.
Yeah, Vitor Pereira golden era. Right, Brighton, the Seagulls against the Hammers. What are you thinking for that one?
Well, Brighton are a bit out of sorts, aren't they, really? West Ham, although they dropped points against Southampton. So I've gone with sharing the points. I've gone with a 1 apiece.
A 1-1. Listen, Brighton, West Ham are in the same camp as Everton for me. No disrespect, but we want to finish above you. So Brighton are at home. They're not a bad side. So they haven't been in great form, but West Ham haven't been in good form either. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 to Brighton and keep West Ham exactly where they are, and hopefully we can beat Leicester. Next up, Newcastle versus Ipswich Town.
Well, I think anything but a home win is going to be a massive shocker. Newcastle are good at home. I just don't see any upset there. I've gone 3-0 to Newcastle.
A 3-0 Newcastle win. Let's shake hands on that. Hold on, let's clink cups.
I was going to say, I got my cup in my hands.
And you can get your Always Wolves mug. You can get one of these off our store if you want one of these.
Don't spill that
in different colours. There's various different products on there. It's to help support the channel. If you're watching this internationally, we've got the international Wolves fan t-shirt as well, which is cool. Next up, those saintly saints of Southampton against the cottage cheese of Fulham. What we're thinking for that?
I changed my mind on this one.
Changed your mind?
Yeah, I initially put down a draw, but I think Fulham are going to bounce back from the Chelsea defeat, and Southampton just aren't cutting it. So I've actually gone Southampton 1, Fulham 2.
Have you been looking over my shoulder because I've been
No, I did mine yesterday, and you admitted to doing yours 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did.
And there is evidence on this video.
Yeah, that's right. We do make you laugh, don't we? I've gone with Southampton 1, Fulham 2 as well. I think Southampton's mission to try and not become the equal worst team in Premier League history with Derby will continue for another week. And then we got our wonderful Wolves winning all the day. Wonderful Wolves. We win every day. Play at home or play away. We're going to win again today.
Is that the Farnwell Army?
But yeah, we need a little... Guys, wonderful Wolves. Why don't someone put some new lyrics for that in the comments, or send it to admin@alwayswolves.co.uk, that old song. Put some new lyrics to it for us. Send it across.
Do you think the youngsters will even know that though? That song you've just sung.
Look it up on YouTube. Wonderful Wolves winning all the way. Wonderful Wolves, we're gonna win today. Play at home or play away. Barnwell's always here to stay. Obviously, that's a bit historic. Wolves, we're gonna win today, and it feels a bit like that at the moment, doesn't it? What are you going for?
I've gone for a solid Wolves win. Leicester can't score, so I've got them for 0, and I've got Wolves to score 2. We look pretty solid defensively, so I can't see Leicester coming up with any goals.
Interesting. Now, as always, you have to wait for the match preview for mine. But what I will say is we can't be complacent or thinking this is Leicester, we're going to roll out. Wolves will go into this game.
I don't think they are.
I'm not saying they will be.
If you hear the things that are coming out...
I'm on about the supporters.
Oh, the supporters.
As well, because, it's still a Premier League game. Leicester have got nothing to play for. They did well against Liverpool. They defended really well. They only got done late on. They hit the post as well, I think, and had a goal disallowed too. So look, as Wolves fans, yeah, there's a lot of expectation that we're going to just turn them over. But obviously, this is Wolves.
Yeah.
This is Wolves. But you'll have to wait and see for the preview.
Vardy does love a goal, doesn't he?
Yeah. Just before we go on to the Sunday games, I want to remind everyone about our partners, Ghent in Wolverhampton. They've got their offer on again for the game, which is 25% off food and drink if you've got a match ticket from 12 midday. What time does it kick off?
3 o'clock.
It is a proper 3 o'clock kickoff. So, yeah, get yourself in there before the game. Get some 25% off your food and drink. Great menu. They've got the electronic...
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. Got the electronic darts. They've got the shuffleboard. They've got 100. They've just refurbished it as well. And they've got a 100-inch screen TV, so they'll have the early game on, which I think will be Chelsea versus Everton. And it's also available after the game, 5 hours after kickoff as well. So we'll be in there after that. So I hope you see some of you in there. Let's move on to...
We've got 2 left.
Yes, Sunday, the 27th of April, which is Bournemouth against Manchester United.
Well, I didn't think Man United were that good. They didn't look like producing anything against us, and we had a really off day. I've given them a goal, but I think Bournemouth will take the points. I've gone 2-1 to Bournemouth. 2-1
to Bournemouth. I've gone with a draw. I think Man United will, probably because they're quite a small team, aren't they? Against the mighty Bournemouth, they'll probably go there and put up, probably put a low block and try and scramble a point.
Yeah, maybe.
Small team. Bournemouth. I've gone Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1. And then we've got Liverpool, champions-elect, can win it with a victory over Tottenham.
I've gone 3-1 to Liverpool, but I actually think they could do Spurs.
I think
Liverpool
popsicles melted, isn't he? He's melted now.
And Liverpool just show absolutely no mercy. So
what you got for?
I've gone 3-1.
3-1. Well,
I think it could be more.
Yeah, Liverpool 3. Again, Tottenham Hotspur, who are, Man United and Tottenham are actually one of the strongest teams in the division,
Holding everyone up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Together.
That's an old joke.
I've gone with the 3-0 anyway. Excuse me. Just got a bit of stuck in my throat, yeah. Anyway, so leave yours on that. And now it's time for Emma's Question Corner. We have our first one. I mean,
You mean you've thought of one?
no, this is an actual. I'm just going to pass the email. I printed them all out. This is from Jessica R. Abbott. That's
Jessica R. Abbott.
yeah, Jessica
Abbott.
Jessica R. Abbott.
Jessica Rabbit.
I don't know. Jessica R. Abbott. Anyway, she wants to know what you think of the links with Matheus Cunha to Manchester United.
I'll be really disappointed if he goes to Manchester United.
What is that?
Because I think we'll finish above Manchester United. He said he wants to go somewhere to win trophies. They're at Manchester United. So clearly it's just about the money. But there's also he's linked to so many clubs. He's even linked to Saudi and whatever. So I just think Man United are putting their own little, getting the word out that they're in the lead.
Yeah.
They might have had talks. Well, what did Fabrizio said? He said Manchester United have talks with his agent and they're promising.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to rule anything out at this stage, are they?
I don't think Matheus Cunha is going to be wanting to go to a team that's going to be fighting relegation next season, to be fair.
No, I don't.
So I'm not sure.
He did say they'd sold him the project, but Manchester United have been on this project for years now.
Sold in the project. Listen, if you stick with us, you can play in a big tent in a few years' time. You know,
They haven't got the money for it.
They're not. Surely they've got the money for their big tent.
No.
Have you seen it? It's like a big tent, isn't it? It's like, okay, fine. But yeah, no, yeah, okay. If they win the Europa League there, they could be in the Champions League, couldn't they? Can you see Man United be getting past Atletico Bilbao? No, you're shaking your head there. She's shaking her head if you listen to the podcast. Look, where would you go on, what were you going to say?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Where would you think would be a good place for Matheus Cunha to go? What would you think, other than Man United?
I think he might end up at Newcastle.
Do you know what? I think Newcastle will be better than Man United. Proper fans, the Newcastle fans, they actually come from Newcastle.
From a personal perspective, I'd like to see him go abroad. I hate seeing players play against us.
Yeah, Newcastle will probably get Champions League. I don't see him going to Forest. Chelsea have been linked.
Although if they sell Gibbs White to City.
Yeah, but I still don't see Matheus Cunha going to Forest. No disrespect against Forest. They've had a fantastic season under Nuno, and yeah, they might get Champions League, but I don't see they're
tailing off now.
They got a good win against Tottenham. Mind you, everyone beats Tottenham, didn't they? I just think he'll want a established type, classic top 6 type club. I don't see Forest.
Who do you think he'll go to?
I think Newcastle would would work well for him.
Who's the Brazilian that's already there? Teammate. There's Brazilians already in Newcastle.
Yeah, so maybe Newcastle. Chelsea will probably want him because literally, if you walk past Stamford,
they're collectors, aren't they?
Yeah,
let's collect.
They are collectors. If you walk past Stamford Bridge, kicking a ball, they'd probably try and sign you as well, wouldn't they? They sign everyone. I don't think Chelsea. I think he'd just be lost in the tree of players that are there, the wood of players.
I think what does appeal about Man United is that he can go and still be the main man there.
Yeah, but would he? Look at the talent they had. £400 million. Their starting lineup was the weekend.
I think Man United would be a mistake.
Yeah, and then you look at Liverpool. Liverpool, he could go and probably fit into their system. Yeah. But I'm not sure whether they would be looking for him.
He might be a bench warmer.
Well, yeah. So who else are we looking at? Arsenal probably be a good option for him.
Yeah.
I think probably Arsenal or Newcastle. I think he'd be the sort of player that would work well in Arsenal, to be fair. So let us know what you think on that one.
I only see him going to United if there's no other offers.
We've got an email. This is a direct message on Instagram here from Robert D. Nero.
Robert De Niro.
Robert D. Nero.
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Just makes me think Bananarama.
He wants to know what's your
You're not going to sing Bananarama.
Robert De Niro's kid walking Italian.
Talking Italian.
Talking Italian. Yeah,
Sorry.
he wants to know. He says he's kind of like enjoys his films. Wants to know what your favourite movie is.
Do I have to pick a Robert De Niro one there?
Sorry about that again. No, well, you can pick a favourite Robert De Niro one if you want, and another one.
My favourite film is. You've asked me this before.
Well, he obviously has. Go on.
Is Cloud Atlas.
That,
Yeah. If you haven't gone and watched it, go watch it.
Is that still your favourite?
Yeah, it is.
What's your second favourite?
Pulp Fiction.
What's your third favourite?
I don't know.
What's your favourite Robert De Niro film?
I don't know.
He was in The Godfather.
Oh, I quite like that one. Where is it called? The Intern. Where is the intern?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
That's a good one. We've got a voice note sent on WhatsApp, but I could play it for you, but I probably can't play it for you. No, I'll just read it out.
Is this the last one?
No, there's two. There's one more after this one. This one's from Lisa Smith.
Lisa Smith.
Just an ordinary gal. Is our Lisa, girl next door type. She wants to know who is going to qualify for the Champions League.
I don't know.
Well, who do you think? Top 5. Liverpool, yeah. Arsenal,
yeah.
So they're locked in. We will lock them in.
Yeah,
locking them in.
City are going to be in there.
You reckon lock City in? That's 3.
Yeah, they're up to 3rd now, and I know they've played an extra game, but I just see City getting in.
Go on. So you've locked 3 in. So the other contenders are Villa, Chelsea, Forest, and Newcastle. Go on, what we're thinking.
I don't think Villa are going to get in.
So we can knock Villa out. So you got Chelsea, Newcastle, or Forest.
I think Newcastle are going to get in.
So locking them in 4th, then it's Chelsea or Forest. They're waiting with bated breath here. All these Chelsea.
I don't know. I'm going to go Forest.
Yeah, Forest.
I'm going to go Forest.
5th place. That means they'll have to qualify, won't they? I think if they go through that. The next one is a Facebook message from Bob Hopkins. What are you laughing at? Bob Hopkins.
Come on, spit it out. What do you want to know?
Bob Hopkins is become a Wolves fan, watching the channel. In between his day job. Really says, I very much enjoy the Premier League predictions show. I was looking for a football team to follow, and I liked the loyal supporters at the Wolves fan base and the colour of the shirt. He wants to know what position are Wolves going to finish in this year?
I don't know.
Bob Hopkins needs to know this. He needs to know.
14th.
You're going with 14th. How many points are we getting?
I don't know.
Well, we're on 38 now. We've got 5.
I think we could actually win. We could actually win every single game between now and the end of the season, but that isn't going to happen.
How do you know that?
Because it's just not likely,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Let's see. So how many points are we going to get? We're on 38. 15 more. 15 more. 15 more. What points are we going to finish on?
Is it these Premier League predictions? Aren't I giving away what I'm going to predict in the future?
No.
It
might change your feeling next week.
I'm going to go. I don't know.
You need to speak up.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, we've got Leicester. We're going to get 3 points against Leicester.
Then City.
We could beat City, but I'm going to go nothing against City. Then we've got Brighton.
We've got Brighton, Brentford and Palace, haven't we?
Brighton. Say a point against Brighton because they are a bit of a bogey team.
Yeah. That's 4 points.
Palace, we never win against Palace, but I'm going to go 3 points against Palace.
So that's 7.
That's 7. And we're going to win Brentford at home.
10 points.
10 points.
48 points. And we're only going to finish 14th.
Well, maybe not there.
Fantastic. Listen, we have got plenty of more people that have sent in, but obviously we've only got a limited amount of time on here. Thank you ever so much for those that have sent in today on Emma's Question Corner. Bob Hopkins, thank you ever so much for jumping on and becoming a Wolves fan. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't already done so and you enjoy this light-hearted Premier League predictions and chat, hit that subscribe button, hit us a like, and we'll see you on the next one. And hopefully I can continue my good form. But I do think you probably...
Hopefully not.
I think
I'm going to win next week.
Are you going to you need to come off your Lilo and take your flip-flops off and come back?
Maybe.
And fly. Until the next one, from myself and Em, always Wolves.
Draw.